Well, the 2014 high school football season is here, and you know it couldn't come too soon enough for a bunch of birds up on the hill. This video sums it up. The Falcons season shot down by injuries. St. Albert features 5 different quarterbacks running the show in its first 6 games. The Falcons here score 56 points against West Central Valley without starters at 15 of 22 positions. But it doesn't matter. Head coach Kevin Coljett's team runs its district winning streak to 53 games. But then comes the second round of the playoffs. 10th-ranked Ogden forces 6 turnovers. The Bulldogs kick St. Albert 12-10. The Falcons finish at 10-1. St. Albert does not make it to the quarterfinal round for the first time in 15 years. And you know, the thing that struck me about that game was some of the parents took it harder, if not as hard as some of the players. But then again, when you've made it to the Dome in 9 of the last 10 seasons, losing a second-round playoff game, Kevin Colgett, was
It's a bitter pill to swallow, I guess. Yeah.
Have you gotten over it?
No, you never get over those losses. You know, you get over the victories early, but the losses, we don't have many of them. I don't ever get over a loss.
Either do I. But then again, it's a new season, so as always, hope springs eternal. About this year's team. Number one, you're dropping down in class. Your concerns?
Yeah, dropping down in class for us is kind of like repeating what happened 4 years ago. It's the same group of guys. You know, we've got Logan in there, we got Griswold in there, we got Tri-Center in there, we got Audubon in there. So dropping down in class just means it took us a couple years to get back to where we were 4 years ago. Same players, same good coaches, same good teams.
And same old story perchance, areas of concern. You were telling me you've lost 17 seniors, you have 11 on the roster, but just 4 sophomores and 4 juniors.
Yeah, we've got a different group this year. You know, we've got 11 seniors, a good quality group, but only 4 sophomores and 4 juniors. So your depth is going to be an issue. And of course, we're going to have to play a lot of young guys with 17 freshmen.
Skill guys always seem to be not a problem at St. Albert, but some of the big guys up front are.
You know, we've got a couple really good big guys back. It's the other 2 or 3 that we have to kind of mold here in the next few weeks. It's a concern for us. But they've been working hard. So
17 freshmen. You were telling me that some of these kids got to grow up fast.
Yeah, you know, you never want to play freshmen unless they're ready to go. This is a good group. They're really physically and mentally ready to play the game. But, you know, going against TJ, having to know you're going to probably put 5, 6, 7 freshmen on the field, that leaves you a little bit concerned.
But they had some success in the lower leagues.
Yeah, they've had tremendous success. We've kind of known this gap was coming. This has been a good group. They've been well coached. It's a physically mature group. And they've done a lot of good things in the weight room to put themselves in a position to help us this season.
Now, you were telling me in Class A ball, much more run-oriented. Well, let me get this straight. St. Albert ran the ball 493 times last year. You're going back to the I formation, so what else is new?
Yeah, it just kind of repeats itself, you know. I think we've been in 5 different offenses the 5 years I've been there, so everything from the wishbone to the full spread and the zone read. So we go back to our comfort zone. Every year we try to fit our offense and our defense to the players we have, and we feel like we've got a good team this year that can run some play-action stuff and do some things on the ground and kind of eat up some clock and let us mature a little bit by the end of the season.
So who's going to pull the trigger this year?
Travis Miller's out there, you know. You're talking about a kid who made great strides last year after taking a couple years off from football. I thought he played tremendously well down the stretch and in the playoffs. Being a junior, he's going to provide us with some leadership there, and he's a quality athlete.
But the way I've seen it at St. Albert, it's always somewhat been running back by committee.
It is, and it will be again this year, although we're hoping John Myron can come back there and really tote the rock for us quite a bit. You know, we've got some young athletes behind him, so he's going to carry the load early until those young guys can develop. But John will do a good job for us back there at the tailback.
You talk at John Myrie. To me, he's always been the secret weapon, but he was kind of kept secret last year because he was hurt, dislocated elbow. He hit just 2 field goals last year. His long was 44. But people forget he led Class 1A in scoring 2 years ago, so you're looking for big things from him, especially on special teams.
Oh, I'm not going on a limb to say he's the best kicker in the state. I mean, he traveled around all summer long going to camps, and he's the best kicker in the state of Iowa. He just was hurt last year, and it's hard to kick with a cast on your arm. So, you know, we lost him in week 4. He came back and kicked for us, but he'll be a weapon for us all over the field, defensively, offensively, and of course on special teams.
You speak of defense. You've lost 7 of your 8 top tacklers, but the big stud, Gage Bowman's back.
Yeah, Gage is back. And a lot of those guys, those seniors, you know, they lost half their season last year as juniors with injury, and Gage is one of them. He was playing about as well as anybody we had on defense when he got hurt, and he's going to do a great job for us this year.
But every time I think of St. Albert, the Falcons' defense, opportunistic, forced 35 turnovers last year. This season, hopefully no different.
You know, Coach Driver and the staff, that's what they focus on. You know, we want to be optimistic. We want to score on defense. We just don't want to stop you. You know, we want to take the ball away from you, give it to our offense, and flip the field whenever we have the opportunity.
All right, let's talk about the schedule. Sets up pretty well as far as I'm concerned. 3 of your first 4 at home. You play TJ, first time in a while.
Very excited about that. It's been a long time since we played TJ. It'd be a great city matchup for us. We don't know a lot about them. I know they're big and they got athletes. We're small and young, so that's not really a good matchup for me early, but it's going to be a great contest. Then we go to Trainer week 2. Real excited to play Trainer again. They got just incredible facilities. It's a good program and always a good game for us. And then here comes Logan again. So actually we're headed up there, and we all know about Logan and St. Albert. So
close out the regular season with 2 of your last 3 on the road.
Yeah, that'll give us some time to mature. I'm kind of happy for that. You know, Logan will be a big test to put young kids on a bus and send them up there to that, you know, hornet's nest we're going to face there. But by the end of the season, I think we'll be a good team. We'll be able to handle ourselves on the road.
All right, now I feel like I ask you this question every year. St. Albert's been to the playoffs 17 straight season. Hasn't lost a district game since 2006, so pressure.
I don't know. I guess there's always pressure. It's more of an expectation level than I guess pressure. And this year's group of seniors, you know, their motto's been bring tradition back, and it's always been the way we've done it there, where we just go game to game, try to get ourselves in a position to get in the playoffs, try to be healthy, and be playing our best football at the end.
Quickly, what about the fact that your season was blown up last year by injuries? So any more trepidation coming into this season, knowing the invaluable is always there?
You know, you can't coach like that. You got to prepare your kids, and you got to go down with the 11 best, healthiest kids you got on Friday night. And fortunately, I've got a great coaching staff that allows us to overcome some of that stuff.
As always, I'll see you at TJ, Coach.
You bet.
You're the man.
JJ, thank you.
Thank you.